Wait. So you're telling me you made a New Year's resolution to be more fluent in English, and then you didn't speak English for 3 months?
Okay, I know that sounds bad.
That sounds very bad, Max.
But here's the thing. Most people do exactly that. They make these big plans about learning English and then life happens. But today we're going to help you actually talk about your year in English. The good parts, the bad parts, the funny parts, all of it. And by the end of this episode, you'll have the confidence to share your story with anyone.
So if you're ready to finally talk about your year without feeling nervous or confused, stick around. This is going to be good.
Hey everyone, thanks for listening to our videos. You're listening to Mr. Englishman. I'm Max, and with me here is the always amazing Lily.
Thank you. And wow, Max, I'm so excited about today's lesson because talking about your year is something everyone needs to do. Whether you're meeting new people, talking to old friends, or even just journaling in English, you need these phrases.
Exactly. And here's the beautiful thing. Talking about your year isn't hard. You don't need fancy vocabulary, you don't need perfect grammar, you just need to know a few simple phrases and have the confidence to use them.
So here's what we're going to do today. First, we'll teach you how to talk about the past year, what happened, what you did, how you felt. Then we'll show you how to talk about your plans and hopes for this year, and we'll do it all in a natural, conversational way.
Plus, we've got some interactive practice built in, so you'll actually get to speak along with us. Sound good?
Let's do this.
All right, Lily, let's start with the basics. When someone asks you, "How was your year?" what do you say?
Well, the simplest answer is just, it was good, or it was great, or it was okay. Super simple, right?
Right, but here's the thing. Most people want to say more than just good or okay. They want to tell a story. They want to share something real. So let's give you the tools to do that.
Okay, so imagine someone asks you, how was your year? Here's what you can say. It was, and then add a word that describes your feeling. For example, it was challenging. It was exciting. It was surprising.
Love that. Let's give our listeners more options. Repeat after Lily. Ready?
It was a difficult year. It was an amazing year. It was a busy year. It was a year of growth.
Perfect. Now here's a pro tip. You can also say, it was a really, to make it stronger. It was a really difficult year. It was a really amazing year. That little word really adds emotion.
Ooh, I love that. And you know what else is great? Starting with honestly. It makes you sound more natural and thoughtful. Like this. Honestly, it was a tough year. Honestly, it was one of the best years of my life.
Okay, that second one sounds like you had an incredible year.
I did. But let's be real, not every year is perfect. Sometimes you need to talk about challenges. So how do we do that without sounding negative?
Great question. Here's the trick. Balance. You can say something challenging, but then add something positive, like this. It was a tough year, but I learned a lot. Or, it wasn't easy, but I grew stronger.
Ooh, I love that. Let me give you another example. It was stressful, but I'm proud of how I handled it.
Perfect. See how that works? You're honest about the difficulty, but you end on a positive note. Let's practice that structure. Repeat after me. It was tough, but I learned a lot. It wasn't easy, but I grew stronger. It was challenging, but I'm proud of myself.
Excellent. Now, let's talk about specific things that happened during your year. Because when someone asks, how was your year, they usually want to hear about actual events, right?
Exactly. So here's a simple structure. This year, and then add what you did. For example, this year I started a new job. This year I moved to a new city. This year I learned to cook.
Love it. And you can make it even more interesting by adding how you felt about it. Like, this year I started a new job and I'm really happy about it. Or, this year I moved to a new city and it was scary but exciting.
Ooh, good one. Let's give our listeners some examples to practice. Everyone listening, say these sentences out loud. Ready?
This year I started learning English seriously. This year I made new friends. This year, I traveled to a new place. This year, I focused on my health.
Beautiful. Now here's something really important. When you're talking about your year, you want to use the past tense. So we say, I started, I learned, I traveled, not I start, I learn, I travel.
Right. But don't worry if past tense feels hard. Just focus on these common verbs: started, finished, learned, met, traveled, moved, changed, tried.
Those 8 verbs will cover like 80% of what you need to say about your year.
Okay, so Max, what if someone wants to talk about something that didn't happen? Like, what if they had plans but they didn't work out?
Ah, great question. You can say, I wanted to, or I planned to, or I hoped to. For example, I wanted to travel more, but I was too busy. Or I planned to learn guitar, but I didn't have time.
And that's totally okay. It's honest. Life happens. You can also say, I didn't get to. Like, I didn't get to visit my family this year. I didn't get to finish that project.
Exactly. And here's the positive spin. You can add, but I'm going to try again this year, or maybe next year.
Love it. Okay, let's do a quick practice round. I'll say a situation, and you, yes, you listening, say a sentence about it. Ready?
Situation number 1. You started a new hobby this year. What do you say?
Maybe you said, this year I started painting, or this year I learned to dance. Great job.
Situation number 2. You had a difficult challenge this year. What do you say?
You might say, this year was tough, but I got through it. Or, I faced some challenges, but I'm stronger now. Perfect.
Situation number 3. You wanted to do something but didn't. What do you say?
Maybe, I wanted to read more, but I was too busy. Or, I planned to exercise more, but life got in the way. Excellent.
Okay, pause for a second. We just covered how to talk about the past year, but here's where most learners make a big mistake.
Ooh, what mistake?
They only talk about what happened. They don't talk about what they learned or how they changed, and that's what makes a conversation interesting.
Oh, wow, you're so right. So, how do we do that?
Easy. You use phrases like, I learned that, or this year I realized that, or I discovered that. Let me give you an example. This year I learned that I'm stronger than I thought, or I realized I need to prioritize my health.
Ooh, I love those. Let me try. I discovered that learning English is easier when I practice every day.
Perfect. See how that adds depth? You're not just listing events, you're sharing insights. Let's practice. Repeat after Lily.
I learned that I can do hard things. I realized that small steps matter. I discovered that I love trying new things.
Beautiful. And here's another great phrase. This year taught me, for example, this year taught me to be patient, or this year taught me the importance of rest.
Ooh, I love that. It sounds so wise and reflective. Okay, everyone, your turn. Think about your year. What did it teach you? Say it out loud. This year taught me.
Amazing! Okay, so now we know how to talk about what happened and what we learned, but there's one more piece, talking about the future, your plans, your goals, your hopes for this year.
Yes, let's do it.
All right, so when you're talking about your plans for this year, you want to use phrases like, I want to, I'm going to, I plan to, or I hope to.
Right. And here's the difference. I'm going to sounds more definite, like you're really committed. I hope to sounds more like a dream or wish, something you'd like but aren't 100% sure about.
Exactly, so let's practice both. First, let's practice I'm going to. Repeat after me. I'm going to practice English every day. I'm going to read more books. I'm going to travel somewhere new.
Great. Now let's try I hope to. This is a little softer, a little more gentle. Ready? I hope to improve my speaking skills. I hope to make new friends. I hope to find a job I love.
Perfect. Now here's a really natural conversational phrase. I'm looking forward to. This means you're excited about something in the future, like I'm looking forward to summer, or I'm looking forward to seeing my friends.
Yes, and you can use this for big things or small things. I'm looking forward to the weekend. I'm looking forward to trying that new restaurant.
Exactly. Let's practice. Say these out loud. I'm looking forward to this year. I'm looking forward to new adventures. I'm looking forward to learning more English with Max and Lily.
We're looking forward to that too.
All right, everyone, it's time for some interactive practice. We're going to do a mini role play. Imagine you're meeting a friend you haven't seen in a while, and they ask you, "Hey, how was your year?"
And you're going to answer using the phrases we just learned. Don't worry, we'll help you.
Okay, I'll be your friend. Ready? Here I go. "Hey, I haven't seen you in so long. How was your year?"
Great. Now I'll give you some ideas of what you could say. You might say, "It was really good. I learned a lot." Or, "It was challenging, but I'm proud of how I handled it."
Perfect. Now, your friend asks a follow-up question. "Oh yeah? What did you do this year?"
You could say, "This year I started learning English seriously." Or, "This year I focused on my health and tried new hobbies."
Excellent. And finally, your friend asks, "That's awesome. What are your plans for this year?"
You might say, "I'm going to keep practicing English every day." Or, "My goal for this year is to speak more confidently."
Perfect. See how natural that sounded? You just had a whole conversation about your year in English.
And the best part? You didn't need complicated grammar or fancy words. You just needed simple, clear phrases.
All right, everyone, let's do a quick recap. We covered so much today, so let's review the key points.
First, when talking about the past year, you can use phrases like "it was" and add a feeling word. For example, "It was a challenging year," or "It was an amazing year."
Second, to talk about specific events, use "this year I" and add a past tense verb, like "this year I started a new job" or "this year I traveled to Japan."
Third, to add depth, talk about what you learned. Use phrases like "I learned that" or "this year taught me."
Fourth, when talking about the future, use "I'm going to," "I hope to," or "my goal is to." These show your plans and dreams.
And fifth, if you're excited about something, say "I'm looking forward to." It's natural, positive, and easy to use.
And remember, you don't need perfect grammar or fancy vocabulary. Just use these simple phrases, speak with confidence, and you'll sound great.
So everyone listening, I want you to pause this video right now and practice. Think about your year. What happened? What did you learn? What are your goals? Say it out loud in English.
Seriously, do it. Practice makes progress, and we'll wait right here.
Okay, we didn't really wait, but I hope you practiced.
You know, Lily, I'm really proud of everyone who made it to the end of this episode.
Me too, because here's the thing. Talking about your year in English isn't just a language skill. It's a way to reflect, to grow, and to connect with others.
Exactly. When you can share your story, your challenges, your victories, your dreams, you become more confident, not just in English, but in life.
So whether your year was amazing or difficult or somewhere in between, you should be proud. You're here. You're learning. You're growing.
And that's what matters most.
Okay, so here's your homework. And yes, we're giving you homework.
But it's fun homework, I promise.
I want you to leave a comment and tell us, what's one thing you learned this year? Just one thing, and write it in English.
And if you want an extra challenge, also tell us what's one goal you have for this year.
We read every single comment, and we love hearing your stories. So don't be shy, share with us.
And hey, if this episode helped you, please hit that like button and subscribe to our channel. It helps us keep making these lessons for you.
Oh, and before you go, stay to the end for a bonus tip that will make your speaking sound even more natural.
Okay, here's the bonus tip. When you're talking about your year, use transitions like "also" or "another thing is" or "oh, and." These make your speech flow naturally.
For example, "This year was great. I started a new job. Also, I traveled to 3 countries. Oh, and I learned to play guitar."
See how smooth that sounds? Those little transition words make a huge difference.
All right, everyone, that's it for today. Thank you so much for listening, for practicing, and for being part of the Mr. Englishman community.
We'll see you in the next episode where we're going to teach you how to talk about your daily routine in English. And trust me, it's going to be super useful.
Until then, keep practicing, keep believing in yourself, and remember, every conversation is a chance to improve.
See you next time.
Bye, everyone.